Welcome to our Homologa tutorials where we explore tips and tricks from Homologa, the global crop protection database. Today we will review MRLs and active ingredients country comparison. This module belongs to the MRLs comparison module family in Homologa. This family of modules comprises two different modules: Registrations MRLs comparison and MRLs and active ingredients country comparisons. Today we will focus on the second one. It is important to mention that all the accounts having access to either of these two modules will also have access to the module MRLs full information. This module, MRLs and active ingredients country comparison, was designed to provide powerful and easy-to-use information to a wide range of teams, from import-export teams to marketing teams. This module will allow users to compare MRLs in a base country with up to 10 other countries per query. All results will include essential MRL information for the base country and additional columns with specific MRL results for each country. Last but not least, for each MRL results, users will be able to further explore other pieces of information such as MRL units, crop original as mentioned in the legislation itself defining that MRL, expiration dates, residue definitions, last updates, and other additional comments. In this table, you can check all the available fields for this module. As mentioned, an extra column will be added for each additional country included in the query. Feel free to stop the video here in case you need to check these fields in detail. Now let us jump into Homologa and run an example using this module. Now that we are back in Homologa, we have to go to the Search tab. And then under MRLs, we are going to be able to see MRLs and active ingredient country comparison. I am going to click there. As you can see, I have a base country and another field for country. In my case, I have my base country, France, but I can change it to any of the more than 120 countries that we currently have. I am going to go ahead and look for Canada. I would like to compare Canada with some other country. For example, I will add China and Australia, and I was thinking about adding a European country such as Germany as well. This is my initial selection of countries that I would like. I will compare Canada with these three other countries. Now I will also choose a crop. I will add the crop, pear, in my crop filter. For the actives, I will leave everything empty. This will retrieve the full list for pears in Canada and then compare those values with those ones in Germany, China, and Australia. Now I am going to run this report. Homologa will then extract this table. I have 218 results. And as you can see, from left to right, I have my base country, Canada. Then we have the crop information for pears. If we keep moving to the right, you can see that we have active ingredient combination. And on the very right, you can see columns for each one of the countries that I have selected. Of course, I have got Canada as the reference and the base country, but then I have China, Australia. And in this case, even though I selected Germany as a country, I have the whole European MRLs harmonized column. If we focus on results themselves, you can see that for the second line, I am just going to go for this 2.4D result. I have the CAS number for that active ingredient if I want to make sure that I am using or checking the right MRL. Then I can see a status in the base country, which is telling me that it is registered. This means that 2.4D is registered for pears in Canada. And if I go to the results, I can see that I have 0.05 ppm for Canada, 0.01 for China, the same for Australia and the same for the European Union. I can go for and explore more details in these magnifying glasses icons. If I go to Canada, for example, it is going to give me more information and full information actually for 2.4D and for pears in the country. You can see that I have crop originals in this case, both in French and in English. I have got the legislation defining this value, residue definition, and all the information that I need, including the link to that particular MRL in the ministry. This is the same for all the different results that we have for this query. If I go to China, I can see that again, I have my crop originals in Chinese and in English in this case, because they provide both from the ministry. I have the residue definitions, the last updates, the legislation, and all the comments available here. This is the same for all the different countries that I have added to my query. For Australia would be the same and for the European Union as well. As you can see, this is quite a useful module if you want to compare in literally a few clicks, MRLs at the global level. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found these tips and tricks for using Homologa helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest tutorials. See you in the next video. Goodbye.